by, everybody knows Deshaun Watson, and everybody knows Nick and Kelly. Tucker kind of flies under the radar, but there's a kid that you got coming into camp that I really, really like, Zarek. Let's start with him.
Yeah.
Is it best if he redshirts this year?
That's a great question. Probably if I had to guess, that's what's gonna happen. But it's hard to tell this early because he is very talented. When he came, the first time I got to see him throw live was at camp last year.
Yeah.
And he was very impressive. Very, very impressive. So, he definitely is going to have an opportunity, as we go through camp to have a shot. And we'll see what happens. If I had to predict, yes, that would be the case. That would probably be the best thing for his growth, just getting used to the offense and understanding and learning under Deshaun. All those things would be critical. But he's got a lot of talent. So it's kind of a matter of how much he can pick up stuff and how fast he can pick it up.
What does Tucker have to do? Wow. We'll just keep going. What does Tucker have to do to keep, himself in the equation for playing time? Because obviously, we come out of the spring and it looks like Nick and Kelly are a little bit ahead of him.
Yeah, I think Tucker right now, the big thing for him is he's got to stay healthy. It seems like as he starts to get on track, he has a setback with an injury or something pops up.
Yeah.
And so I think for him is consistency with his health, number one. And then, he just needs to show us on the field his savviness, his ability to make plays and make those throws consistently. Because he's a smart kid. He understands the big picture. He knows where to go with the ball. He answers questions very well in meetings. He has all those attributes which he needs. And his accuracy and decision making needs to be very, very consistent. And I think that'll help him move up the depth chart.
We know all about Kelly's athleticism. We know, everything he can do running the football. Is it playbook, passing ability? What does he have to do to kind of say, hey, that second spot's mine?
Yeah, absolutely. First and foremost, he's improved a lot. If you really sit back and think about it, he's only been here for a year and a half, and really one season. And so he's got so much potential, and that's what I'm excited about. And he continues to get better. So that's number one. But yes, I think that this past spring, him learning the offense has helped him make decisions faster. And be able to be more comfortable with when he's out on the field making those full-speed decisions. And that's what he needs to continue to get better at. Because Deshaun's up here. He understands the big picture. He knows exactly where he's going with the ball. And he knows what's going to happen before it happens. Kelly is still working through that process, which is understandable because of how young he is. We kind of threw him into the fire a little bit early on in the season because we knew he had so much potential. And since then, he's learned to grow and learned to kind of develop under Deshaun and make those steps and make those strides forward, which he's doing. So, this preseason is really big for him. It really is. He had a solid spring. He needs to really, do well this preseason.
What does Nick have to do?
Yeah.
He's a senior. What does he mean to the room, first of all? Yeah.
Oh, he's a great kid. He obviously gets along with everybody. A lot of guys look up to him because he is an older kid. He's been in the system for a while. So what Nick brings to the table is a presence and a calmness, maybe, because of how much he understands. A very smart kid, very cerebral. Obviously does very well in school as well, but it carries over to the field. And he understands the big picture, as close to Deshaun as anybody else, as far as just where to go with the ball. Setting the protections is something that he's gotten better at, especially this past spring. That was something I challenged him on this spring and summer. Hey, learning these protections inside and out so he can change them and flip them like Deshaun's doing. And he's really taking the bull by the horns. I think he's had a really good summer. He's gaining weight, and this is his last opportunity to make a huge impact. and I think he's doing that, and he's understanding that role. So his consistency is always going to be something that we're looking for in decision making, and we're anxious to watch him in preseason as well.
I saw yesterday Deshaun's 218.
Yeah.
What does that mean as far, people were saying, oh, I hope it doesn't slow him down, but what have you seen out of this guy?
That's a great thing, because our goal weight for him going into preseason camp was 215. When he played the championship game in January, he was probably 202, 203, 204 maybe. So he's gained some really good weight, and throughout the spring he just got in more solid weight, and he keeps coming back to me and saying, Coach, I feel great. His legs are getting thicker, he's getting stronger, lower body, and he feels faster. And he looked faster in the spring than he did in the fall, even with this weight gain. So that's been big for him, his confidence, he's just getting faster too. So that's what's exciting. He's doing what we're asking as far as weight room improving in the weight room and getting stronger. And like I said, his speed is improving as well. So it's a good thing. Because usually when you get to preseason camp, it's hard to gain weight once you get to preseason. You get to the season, now you're trying to maintain that weight. And so if he can maintain 215, I'll be very pleased. I know he will be too.
This program, this school has had success going and getting guys like Deshaun Watson and Mitch Hyatt from the state of Georgia who have come in and become top talents. What do you think has enabled you guys to go into that state and have such success with your recruiting?
Yeah, well, number one, the kids that we're getting have been, like you said, in Georgia, have helped that process continue to go, to continue to move forward and continue that momentum. Atlanta is only an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes away.
Cut it off.
And as we all know, there's so much talent and so many kids that it's easy to go into that pocket and find a lot of talent. And obviously the success that we've had just as a program, we've been able to get kids on our campus. And when you can get kids on our campus and get around our people and our players, it usually sells itself.
Talk about Zarek Cooper coming in, plans to redshirt. What do you expect for his development this season?
Yeah, I'm really excited about Zarek. I've been able to recruit him really since I stepped foot back on campus as a coach here a year and a half ago, and gotten to really know he and his family, and what a neat kid. As a player, he's very talented as an arm. His arm is unbelievable, elite, one of the best I've ever seen as far as arm talent. He came to camp last summer and was eye-opening how good he did, and just continued to confirm how excited we are about him. The biggest thing for him, as a lot of freshmen, is being able to come in here and learn the offense, understand the big picture, and that's a process. Kelly Bryant and Tucker Israel went through that process the last year and a half, and now it's Zarek's time to, hey, he's got the talent now. Hey, he's got to really bear down and start learning this offense, and he can't have a better person to do that than Deshaun. And Deshaun and him have already kind of hit it off and been able to do some extra hours up there in the film room, which is helping Zarek.
Where are you in going into